Okay.
Let's talk shit.
So we've been working sweeps. Today is no different. We're going to start with a flower sweep. Flower sweep. So I'm going to do gentle holds, right? If I like hold on to this super tight and stuff like this, he's going to sit down. If he sits down, this makes it really hard to do, right? So I'm going to have gentle holds, right? People are trying to pass you, so they're typically like pressing into you and stuff like that, and they're doing their work, right? Gentle hold, or just cover it, right? You can literally just do this. Caress his leg. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, right? Whatever side that your hand is on, right? You should be planting. Same concept, right? You get this angle now, right? I'm going to plant. This is going to be about skill building right now. Right. So when I'm coming up, right, this foot that I'm planting with is getting the motion of me being able to switch my hips and take my foot and put it into his armpit. I want my knee to basically be able to kick forward. Y'all see that motion? Right? This is what I'm looking for. Why do I have my hand over on this side? Well, if I didn't and he just stood up right now, there's no bueno, right? So I have this hand here so it can assist me in this right there. Also, you could, for riding up and all kinds of stuff. I'm not coming up right now, just so you can see, right? But I should be holding on to that to come up. Gentle, plant, get your motion to where your hips can switch, right? Kick up, just like so, right? And you see how he posted out with that hand? My other foot can take it away just as much. Okay. So you can see it on the other side. We were just doing on that side. Okay, so here, see that? You're going to catch this, if you're doing this flower sweep, you're going to catch this most often when people put their knees, or are trying to put one of their knees underneath your butt. When people are about to like try to break you, log split or any of that kind of stuff, just right? That's going to be the opportune time. I find this to be more like a counter sweep than it is like my primary aggressive sweep. Okay. However, give it a try.
Start playing music, you gotta get up. That's why I do it. You gotta get up and turn it off.
It works. Alright.
That's what I'm trying to do.
What does the fox say?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is annoying, by the way. Anyway, so we're going to do kind of the same thing, except this time we're going to be more aggressive, right? We're going to connect here, right? We're basically going to pull it like so, plant, right? And from here, we're going to ditch one hand and go underneath. You're going to do all the same motions now that we just did. This foot, going to basically chamber up, right? You see how he's now underneath my hips, and from here we want to come up. Now I'm doing this in a weird way because I would normally not have my foot here, but you can absolutely put your foot tucked. If it is tucked, you can do it like this, and you can come into a type of variation of mount, or you can stay here and do an arm bar, right? People who do pendulum sleeps always tell you you have to have your legs straight. Not necessarily true. Most traditional version is coming here, and they swoop their leg, and it's way over here. I don't always like this. Me, right? That's why if you have it tucked, you'll end up like this, right? And the only downside to this is if he's really good at wrestling up, right, and you let go of this leg, he's gonna win. If you're like this, you don't let go of that leg, he can be good at wrestling up all he wants, right? I'm wedged underneath him. and I have the thing he needs to stand, right? So here, you can do slow get up, or I can stay here and work submissions. Okay, I like to do this to pull people. Why? You see how much space? Sorry, I almost just caressed him. Anyway, so when I pull like this, you see how much space gets created? Even if I'm super bad with my legs, I should be able to win this super easily because of where his weight is, right? If I get underneath here and I don't have his hips, I've got my own stuff. And this is silly, right? Bad idea, right? So when I'm here, I pull him up and I dive. You see how I open at the same time? And I keep this hand from here, this leg should be shooting up. Shoo. Again, I do this. Most people who do pendulum, I can do it faster, real fast. They do pendulums like this. Okay? They'll come, set up, and they'll do this. Fine. Works. You do you. That's no different than what we were just doing. Shoom, right? You can just do the same thing. Closer. Tracking? You do you. Give it a try.
It's easier to get submissions when you can punch someone in the face. So
Okay. So, me personally, I don't do traditional style pendulum sweeps. You will see me occasionally do the flower sweep. This is a flower sweep and a pendulum sweep are the same thing, in my opinion. Anything that does this kind of, they're all one and the same, right? So if I'm here, crossing body or any of that kind of stuff, and coming, getting my hips away, and filling that space. Oh, ropes. Anyway, so filling that space with my leg and loading them up on my hips, this is a pendulum sweep. All right, in my opinion, all the same, right? This, where I do like this, taking away, this is a pendulum sweep. That's probably the most common type of pendulum sweep that I do, right? I don't ever load people up on my hips like super heavy because I like my spine. I think for people who start out coming in to a compromised position too early and they're like, I'm gonna do this, right? Most people are stacking the shit out of you right now, right? And this is not where I like to be. I like my back, right? I've caused spine misalignment and all kinds of things for myself. So, for me to hit pendulum sweeps more effectively, I'd post out on their hip or on their leg and then do them. That way they can't follow me forward, but I'm not letting them sit back either. Why am I not letting them sit back? Das hand, right? I typically go for this, because I'm doing this in no-gi as well. I'll either do shotgun grip, the gooseneck, right? In gi, you can literally grab it and pull it, right? And for him, can you sit back right now? You got to pick me up to sit back. He could do it, right? But that's a lot of work. Most people aren't going to do that. So when I break my guard, right, and I'm like, whoo, and I start to press away, boom. That's all I need right here. At this point, I'm hovering over this shoulder, hovering this shoulder. So just to show you that there's variations. Now, so let's say we were trying to do our pendulum sweep, right? And they disappear their hips. They say, I don't want this, and they start going backwards. Sitting back is a win. I could care less about that, right? Because I'm just going to kick them away, right? When people take their hips and they go backwards, right, they give you more of their chest, right? And you can't, like, do much else, because how am I going to get up here, right? Be like, right? So here, I'm going to put both of my feet in, right? You can go into butterfly sweeps and stuff like that if you'd like, right? hovering on both sides. Again, you can post on one. You see how I'm keeping all this space in here? Planting on his knee. You see on the underside? Right? Hovering. I keep a cross collar grip, much like a scissor takedown, right? But instead of planting one knee on the inside to do this, I'm keeping it on the outside and only having my foot there. This foot is going to press. This foot is now going to start to curl over. So we're like, ooh, cool, I'm gonna go for it. No, you're not. Right here, right? Choose a side. Even if this happens,
It's probably worse than that.
yeah, because you want to feed them. Tracking? Questions, comments, concerns? All right, one more. Okay, so we're going to try to see the same thing, right? And now they stand up on us. They post on our arms and stuff like that, and they stand up. Here, I want you to take the hands, take them forward, and then tuck them behind them, right? I'm going to pull them over my head when I do it, right? We didn't do that yet because your partner needs to know that you can land on your head, right? But when people stand up and they're leaning super far forward, you should do this to people. It's a very easy sweep, right? So they stand up, and I'm like, haha, but they post on you or anything like that, take their hands, lean them forward, cover them like this, right? And then while they're going down, you should be going up, right? So one more time, here, we're gonna come up, here, and you're seeing this. I'm being nice, and I chose a side. Don't be nice. This is much like a balloon sweep if you were standing, and I had him like this, right? I'm gonna stand up. I had a balloon sweep, I was like, woo, right? And you see how I pick a side, and he goes that way, right? If I don't pick a side, he goes straight over his head, right? This is exactly the same thing, except he's on his knees, right? We're gonna go here, swooping, and then picking a side. Just really own the hand, whatever side you go to.